Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another speed test. It's time to do a check out the performance of the Samsung Galaxy A26 5G against the Oppo Reno 13F. And the Oppo Reno 13F is powered by MediaTek Helio G100 SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the Samsung A26 is powered by Samsung Exynos, which is a 1380 SoC with 8GB of RAM. So both phones comes almost in the same price tag. So very interesting to see which one will be faster. So now let's start off with the boot up test. So logos came up slightly faster on the Samsung A26, and both phones is running on latest Android 15. On the Samsung we have One UI version 7, while on the Oppo we have ColorOS version 15, I think, which is based on Android 15, of course. So the Galaxy A26, it is much faster when it comes to booting up, while Oppo is taking a lot of time. And Oppo, now it is also done, so we almost have a 5 or 6 second difference, I think, between these two devices when it comes to booting up. Anyways, now let's talk about the display. So on the Samsung we have gorgeous 6.7-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate, although we have a U-shaped notch on the top, and the bottom chin, it is also really big. While on the other hand, and Oppo also has a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED with a 120Hz refresh rate. We have a center punch hole on the top as compared to a U-shaped notch that we have on the Samsung, and the bottom chin, it is really small on the Oppo. So guys, everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones like always, and the first application I'm gonna launching is going to be the phone dialer. Exactly the same. So you can see animation feels really smooth on the Samsung because of the One UI 7. Let's opening up the settings, slightly faster I think on the Oppo. So let's go to the display. So you can see we have 120Hz refresh rate on both phones, but we have a notch on the Samsung, which is not acceptable in this price range, even the bottom chin. So now check out some more apps like Amazon Shopping. So Amazon Shopping, it is slightly quick I think on the Samsung A26, followed by the Oppo, and the 120Hz it is only working on the Samsung, but on the Oppo it is at 60Hz, but you can change that inside the display refresh rate settings. Anyways, let's open this laptop tabs. Exactly the same. So now check out some games application, and this way we should see a big difference hopefully between these devices. Let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. So the Samsung, it is super faster in terms of opening up the Candy Crush Saga. Instagram, slightly quick on the Samsung. Now let's see the pin out, and slightly quick. Snapchat, same result. Spotify, once again slightly faster on the Samsung. Subway Surfer, another game. Samsung Exynos, which is a 1380 versus Helio G100 we have on the right hand side. So much faster on the Galaxy A26, and Samsung has the fastest SoC I would say in this price range, so which is a really good thing. Now let's see the Temper N2. And Temper N2, it is once again faster on the Samsung A26 5G, followed by the Oppo Reno 13F 4G. So and the difference, it is really noticeable I would say. So now let's opening up the PUBG Mobile, last game we have in this speed test. Samsung Exynos 1380 versus Helio G100 from MediaTek. So the Samsung, it is much faster in terms of opening up the PUBG Mobile. Now it is also Oppo also done as well. So we almost have a 2-3 second difference, although inside the game we have smooth graphics with extreme frame rate I think on the Samsung, versus a smooth graphics with ultra frame rate on the Oppo Reno 13F. So now let's open up X. faster on the Samsung. Zedge, faster on the Samsung. Anyways, let's see the scrolling. It is smooth on both phones. We have 120 Hz, which is working on both phones, and scrolling it is in the start not really smooth on both phones, I would say, but after some time much better. So last time launched the cameras on both phones, default camera application. So let's see which one will be faster. So open up much faster on the Samsung, and as far as the cameras are concerned, especially in this lighting condition and the colors, it is looks more natural, I would say, on the Samsung, while on the Oppo we have a lot more vibrant colors. So here's the front facing camera. So the front facing camera looks more better, I would say, on the Samsung. Now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Samsung internet browser on the Samsung versus a Chrome on the Oppo Reno 13F. Wikipedia.org open up at the same time. Scrolling fee is really smooth. Same thing with zooming in and out. Let's open this language. Once again, absolutely similar. Next on the list is the Samsung.com. Samsung.com, it is open up exactly the same time, I would say. Once again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Let's see the scrolling. Scrolling race fee is really smooth on both phones, as you can see. So now let's see RAM management. So we have 8 GB of RAM on both phones. Samsung One UI 7 versus the ColorOS phone dialer. That it seems like in-app refresh only on the Oppo. Settings still there. Amazon shopping refresh on the Oppo. Let's see Candy Crush Saga refresh on both phones. Instagram, that is completely crash on the Samsung. Pinout refresh on both phones. Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer, that is refresh only on the Oppo. Let's see Temper 2, that is refresh once again on the Oppo. PUBG still there. Open up X, Zedge, refresh on both phones. And last, we're back to the internet browser, that is still there on both phones. And also I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, and apps opening speed, it is definitely much faster on the Galaxy A26. Not only in system based applications, even in games we constantly see a 3 or 4 second difference, which is a massive difference in this price range. So in terms of the RAM management, it is overall slightly more better on the Samsung, but on the Oppo we have a lot more refresh. Also on the Samsung we have 5000 mAh battery size with a 25-watt super fast charging, no charge in the box, while on the Oppo we also have 5000 mAh battery size with a 45-watt super fast charging. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy A26 5G versus the Oppo Reno 13F. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.